Welcome to Daniel Reviews. I'm Daniel Goodwin, and today we are looking at the Reolink Argus PT solar-powered Wi-Fi camera. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is what you get in the box. You get the camera unit itself here, which is kind of a nice, weighty, well-constructed looking camera. So that's cool. Obviously got mounting hardware, got a Wi-Fi antenna, which is good. And then with the solar panel, here you have, of course, this, which is this really interesting textured panel. I've never seen one quite so textured like this. This is very interesting. It definitely feels rugged and presumably up to outdoor weather. I think just not seeing something like that. That's pretty unique. And of course, obviously the mounting hardware for this as well. So we'll take a look at this and go a little deeper. We'll talk about the solar panel mounting first. So it comes with this mount, which is pretty straightforward. It has, you can see these 3 screw holes here. So I'm gonna fix it to either a post or a wall using the screws here. They do include anchors in case you were going to do this, in drywall. I'm going to be doing it exterior, so I'm not going to need the anchors. But then the solar panel itself has a standard tripod mount here, so it's basically pretty straightforward. You just screw that on, and it affixes, and then it's got like if you can see this, a ball joint here that you can adjust a little bit for your angle. So pretty flexible. Obviously, you're still going to be limited by the overall length of this mount, but I think with some careful planning, you should be able to find a solution that works. One other thing is it includes this strap, and the strap is if you're going to attach the mount and camera to like a tree or a pole, something that's not going to have a nice even surface for you to drill into with the screws, you can use this strap to wrap around and to secure it. So that's kind of a nice option to have. And using the strap, you would use this adapter piece, so you would feed the strap through here and attach it to what you need to. I'm not going to be doing that, so I'm not going to use it, but it's nice that it's an option. Okay, so I'll just go over the features of the camera unit itself, which is obviously pretty straightforward. But you've got an on-off switch here that's covered by a weatherproof plug. Also, you got your USB-C charging here, and your antenna here goes in there, which will certainly help with your signal. Just tightens on there, and then the antenna does have a little bit of a 360-ish motion for it, so that's good. And then of course the actual lens, it's got some LED lights as well, but pretty straightforward. When you first turn it on, it starts speaking to you, which I was not prepared for. It goes through this in several languages, but it's basically saying, welcome to Reolink, please install the app first. It's powered up, it's working. I can move it around with the little thumb pad on the app, which is really cool. And you can hear the sound as well through it. Pretty cool. Okay, so we're just going to finish putting in the mount. I've got just a screw here that needs to go through, and then we should be in pretty good shape. Let's see if I can get a better view of this. I'm just going to attach this under the pergola. Hopefully it will go in smoothly. There we go. And now it's pretty much ready for the camera. There she is, installed, I believe with power. I'm going to have to test and see if I got a good enough Wi-Fi signal out here. I am a little concerned about that. Hopefully this will focus.
basically what I did here is I just attached it to the end of the pergola here, of the solar canopy I call it. And so now that that's there, I should be able to put on the solar panel. Right now it is doing its built-in calibration. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. You can see it. Kind of see it making its adjustments there.
All right, here's the Reolink Argus PT app. This is connected already, so I went through the setup on it. It's really pretty slick. This is a live feed that we're looking at, and I love that in the upper left it's telling me how many, what it's streaming at, what the stream rate is. So it's like 3.2 megabits right now. You can adjust that by going from clear to fluent. Fluent being a little more, I think, they call it low, and you can see obviously the difference in your speed. You're looking at 800 kilobits per second versus 3200. I seem to have a pretty good signal, so I pretty much leave it on clear, which is good. As far as your controls, you can talk through it, which I haven't had really a need to do that. You can take a clip here, but you can also control the direction of the camera. You can spin it, up to, pretty good range of motion, honestly, more than I actually need in this particular location. And you can preset some locations, so that's really useful. So, and as well as auto return. So maybe I zoomed over here, looked at that, and then it will return. I've got it set to return after 119 seconds, but you can adjust that down to whatever you're comfortable with. Apart from that, of course, you can do full screen with it, which makes it a little easier. You can pinch and zoom, which is also very nice. Pretty good clarity, I feel like. And the other thing I was going to, let me go back to this. Yeah, one other thing that is useful is, of course, they have an alarm mode up here. I'm not going to do that, but that's kind of cool. Then you got your information on the Argus PT here. You can choose whether to, turn on these different things, whether they're on auto or switch to infrared, spotlight options. Just a lot of really cool things. You got your motion sensor as well as your sensitivity level, so you can adjust that down, obviously, or set it up to maximum. You've got some settings here around reducing false alarms. Really pretty cool stuff. That's interesting. So even some of this is, is definitely, I'm still learning some of these things, but I love it. I'm going to turn that on so that I get the notifications. Probably don't need the, okay, let's just test that. Yep, I got it. So that's cool. Anyway, we'll see what that's like, and then, pretty standard stuff with most of these controls here. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything in the app. You can switch between, black and white. Let's see, which, obviously the immersive, that's kind of fun. And if you had more devices, you could obviously configure this so that you could do, I'm just going to set this back to auto. You could obviously control all of those through this app. So the app is actually really cool. It's pretty easy to set up. It was unique in that you use QR codes. Like first you scan a QR code with your phone, then you show a QR code to the camera. I never quite had a setup quite like that before, so that was different, but it was very easy to do, and I appreciate that.
Okay, so we got it all installed up there on the pergola. It actually went really, really well, probably 15, maybe 20 minutes from start to finish. Not too complicated, which is something like me, or someone like me really appreciates, because I'm not interested in getting too deep into the details and the weeds. So got it installed, got it set up. The app was pretty easy to set up. I'm going to take a look and see. So the next piece is, does it record? How does it alert me? All those things. Right now I can drop in on the camera live view It works really smoothly. You can control and turn, and that's all good. I think the real key is going to be the motion activation. So that'll be interesting to find out how it does.